Hey guys, I wanted to quickly pop in here today because I've had a few questions actually come up. And once I started talking about my OBM certification, and actually even a few weeks back when I started sharing that I was going through the exam week, and we were tested on a few different assignments, and that sometimes it was hard. And I had a study group that was kind of like supporting me, and we were going through everything together. So all of that kind of like generated a lot of interest around what is an OBM and what do they do and who are these unique people and how is it possible to even become an OBM and what is this certification for the OBM profession? What does it look like? So I wanted to just quickly pop in here today and to let you know a little bit kind of like about my journey here with the OBM. So an OBM is an online business manager. And I would say that it's kind of like a step up or maybe the next level of your virtual assistant's career. Or maybe if you're coming from a corporate environment and you're already used to being on that executive level, that would kind of like in the traditional environment would be director of operations or chief operations officer or maybe operations director. One of these kind of like higher level designations would be a proper way to describe an OBM. And if you were to imagine a hierarchy, a structure of a business, you definitely have a business owner, an online entrepreneur at the very top, and then you have an online business manager, and then right after that in that structure, you have a virtual assistant. You might have a web design and web development team here. You might have a team of freelancers, copywriters, or maybe graphic designers. You might have a launch strategist. Maybe that's kind of like part of your already existing team too. Maybe you have an affiliate manager or a bookkeeper and an accountant. So all of those people, which are absolutely essential for an online business to grow and scale on kind of like work online, the first touching point would be an online business manager. And then an OBM provides kind of like a high level of support and updates to the actual business owner. I would say that this is what it kind of looks like as far as the actual hierarchy. What it takes to be an OBM, it's just basically growing a little bit in your professional experience. So if you've started your career as a virtual assistant and you're naturally actually feeling that you're growing professionally because your boss, right, like the business owner or the online entrepreneur who you're supporting, they kind of like naturally feel that you already know their business so well. You are such a kind of like a right-hand essential person in their team that sometimes it feels like we are just naturally ready to step up and to just elevate our level of professionalism. And that's when I think like that title comes in, and maybe like the responsibilities are actually changing in the way how you're supporting the business. So what I wanted to do is to kind of like go quickly through some of the things that OBMs do. So it's definitely project management, and it's managing timelines, it's managing deadlines, launches, setting up a new online program or a membership portal. It might be establishing kind of like a website from scratch, from start to finish. It might be anything that has to do with kind of like launching a new membership, launching a new product. So anything that has to do with project management, and then also helping other team members manage their deadlines and stay on track. That's definitely part of the OBM's work. And then the next thing is operations management. So any types of systems and processes that are already in place, we as OBMs come in and we audit and review everything that's already existing. And then we see how we can refine those workflows. How can we maybe implement new automations and integrations to help that operations piece to be managed better? So making sure that all the systems are talking to each other, that they're in place for billing, for client relationships, for workflows, for onboarding, for communications, maybe customer service, basically anything that actually also has to do with the internal like team communications. It's not only systems that are client facing, but it's also all the systems that we're building for the business to work internally like a well-oiled machine. The next role I would definitely describe here would be the metrics management. management and tracking all the stats. So basically helping the business owners set up the metrics that would help them track their performance. If you're looking at the website analytics and you want to see like the visits for the website, where people are going on their customer journey, where they're clicking, how much time they're spending on each page, helping a social media manager then go through the analytics to definitely review those metrics as well. How many followers? How are we doing? How's like our content performing, right? Is it resonating actually with all of the clients and the audience? And are we doing well? So that's definitely in the metrics and analytics management piece. And then for an OBM, another actually pretty essential part of the business is people management. So anything that has to do with outsourcing resources, outsourcing any of the services that a business owner needs support with, hiring new team members, helping with onboarding, maybe training them as well, and then basically managing all the team members here and just making sure that everyone is on track, everyone's happy and satisfied, everyone's operating in their zone of genius. So that's basically the managing the team management piece here. How is the OBM different from a virtual assistant? What I was going to say is that virtual assistants are really great implementers, right? Business owner can give them a task and then they just grab it and they go and get it done. Maybe they ask a few questions down the road while they're working on the task. But basically, anything that you can assign to them, they will get it done. Another piece here, I feel like with virtual assistants, they are working on the task to task basis. So basically, they are just responsible for completing the work, which is absolutely essential. Virtual assistants are just regular team members. So they're usually not responsible for anything at a higher level as far as like making strategic decisions or recommendations. Maybe they will, kind of like naturally give some recommendations to the business owner, but strategy piece is just not part of, the responsibilities. They're technicians, they go into the weeds, and they basically usually also charge the hourly fee for their services, which means that oftentimes they have multiple clients. So with an online business manager, the story is slightly different here because they are more on the retainer, like monthly retainer packages. Yes, certain number of hours is generally kind of like observed or evaluated depending on the size of the business and just their business needs. Then the OBM determines the right number of hours or kind of like the right package that would be a better fit for the business. But then OBMs are definitely project managers. So just like I mentioned that one of the roles of project management, they come up with a strategy of how things get done and how basically to distribute the tasks between the team and how to stay on track. And then OBMs are responsible for daily operations, right? They don't just make sure that the work gets done, but they are actually managing that work and managing the team members who are performing the work. And then they lead the business owner and the business leader or the online entrepreneur in making strategic decisions, in moving the business in the right direction, maybe creating a 90-day strategy, and then strategizing about what the business is going to look like in 6 months and maybe in a year. Again, creating those plans and then breaking them down into actionable steps and distributing them to the team. And then working basically with the business owner directly. Because again, if you remember that hierarchy, that structure, we have the business owner, the OBM, and then the entire team underneath. So that's basically what that looks like. And as far as the certification that I received for online business management was Sarah No Kids program, which was absolutely brilliant. Very helpful videos, bi-weekly group calls, and then she was also always available for any questions. Tons of resources, information that she includes in the membership portal, your personal account with different templates and Excel spreadsheets, recommendations how to create and set up systems and processes. Absolutely invaluable. So if you guys are interested, please check out. But basically, this is what an OBM kind of just like world looks like. Let me know where you are in your journey. And if you're just starting out as a virtual assistant, would you be interested in the future, maybe becoming an online business manager? Or if you're already coming in with a wealth of administrative experience, would you actually consider certifying yourself to become an online business manager? And if you're already delivering online business management services, then what does that work kind of like look like for you? And are you looking to get a certification down the road? So let me know and ask me any questions about the OBM services or certification. I'm so happy to help.